Look at this traffic. Yeah, it's Monday morning.
20 to 7.
20 to 7. And Jeff didn't get up in time, so we're late.
Oh.
I'm kidding. We're nearly there. I've got a train to LND. Oh no, LDN. So after dropping my suitcase off, the first place I went to was Notting Hill and this Litre, which is a chain of charity shops in London. I found some pretty good bits here. So that is a Schofel, I think it's how you pronounce it, Schofel, which I put back and then I thought, no, I'm going to re-get it. It's actually cotton cashmere. I don't know what's happening in the Litres at the moment in London. I think it's a January kind of blitzed like sale, trying to get rid of loads of old stock. But yeah, I've managed to get a few items that are actually reduced. Ones that weren't were these spoke trousers for £7, and it's really interesting to see some sort of standardised pricing across London charity shops for certain brands. It's very interesting. Yeah, and I wanted to try and I was there for the brands, I was there for the clothes. I was also there for learning, and this bag, it was definitely a learning curve. Yeah, unfortunately I wasn't there to get any non-clothing items. I did give the shoes a try throughout the day, but they wanted like £30-40 for most shoes, depending on the brand. I should have got this because it was kind of, I think it was like 20% Angora, and it was a Mickey Mouse one, but I was a bit, hush dress for £18. No, thank you. But yeah, it's swimming in Reese, Hush, LK Bennett, and Jigsaw. All the charity shops. It's like elevated. It's like our version of like Primark, Asda, and M&S. You have to flick through. Now, does anybody have an idea where this is from? It's Morgan. Do you remember Morgan? God, that was such a like early noughties brand. Yeah, these All Saints leather boots were £58, and I was kind of toying with the idea, but then I thought, no, they're a bit kind of like naff underneath, so I left them. Just come out my first charity shop, and this is why it's dangerous for me to be in London, because I've just spent £100 and my bag's already full on the first charity shop. Yes, my London Blitz kind of tripped up from there on, because all the other charity shops I went into, this one was like cash only. There's a sign there saying cash only. I can't imagine someone paying like £100 for a jacket in cash in there. But yeah, there was a Bowden there that was like £16, but then there was a Joe Brown's that was pre-owned for £18. I was like, what? This Jigsaw though was £25, new tags. But yeah, £18 for like a Joe Brown's top. Yet all the other stuff that actually sells is, yeah, cheaper. It was a bit weird, but a bit of Free People spotted that. I didn't buy it because it was a bit overpriced. Yeah, as I said before, it's literally swimming in Reese and Hobbs and Jigsaw, and it's all genuinely kind of like priced around the same in most charity shops, meaning a little bit overpriced. Yeah, I put the Stella McCartney and the Claudie Pierrot down, and I thought, time to get lost. Best place on earth, the vintage shop. Yeah, I'm going to Chiswick next because I heard they've got some pretty good charity shops, and they're all kind of clustered together. I used buses a lot more than the Underground this time, which was pretty good. Kind of enjoy it. Okay, I'm obsessed with these boxes. In a minute, you'll see them. They're like Moon and Stars, but they wanted £30 for them, and I almost bought them. But I thought, oh, even though they're stackable or like collapsible, I was a bit like, no, I can't possibly justify carrying them around all day. This place was pretty good. I like the clean kind of feel to it. It's very Scandi. But yeah, it had some decent brands, and it also has some weird and wonderful brands, which I'm kind of learning about at the moment. I also love the random homemade items. Like, look at this, just like dressing gown. I mean, swanning about in that, like some hippie. I love it. I'm obsessed. Back on it. Gotta get the gooch. Gotta get the Gucci. Yeah, it was just a bit different. I've seen like plain Gucci's go for stupid money, but that was pretty nice. I stayed away from Gant. They wanted like a little bit too much for it. I think the cheapest I saw a Gant shirt was like £12. The most expensive was £35. But yeah, I can get it cheaper elsewhere. Look at this Sandro silk top. I don't know why I didn't get it. I think it was 38. Yes, it was 38. That's why. I also got this Tory Burch, and I was like looking frantically. It was like, because it was like, it's more of an American brand now, Tory Burch, but yeah. Oh, guess what brand this is? Does it look cool? Night Owl. Just guess. It's Ben Sherman. When did Ben Sherman start doing like pretty decent stuff? Stuff that I would wear, I mean. Like, I kind of like that. Yeah, so I paid up. I cried and I paid up. And just before I was leaving, I saw this. This is an Awakening shawl, or is it Awakening Cape? That's it, by Sea Salt. I did leave it. I thought better move on to mine before I lose mine and my wallet.
Oh my god, was that you?
Yeah.
Rejection. So, have you got something like this?
No, I don't. And I quite like it.
You're bringing in the good one that was 5 right?
That's so nice.
My god, I have to go pick up the
Okay, now if you can just try and put up your volume and try and ignore the heavy breathing on my account, because I had my glasses on, so I sound like a walrus. But they were talking about something very interesting.
I mean, most part is also they have to give 5% of their profit against the garden. We aim for 85. That's why we probably are expensive and it's 65.
What you just heard there was a charity shop worker basically lifting the lid. I already kind of knew though, about a charitable's legal organisation. And basically, by law, charities of all shapes and sizes only have to give 5% of their income on the charitable exercises. So if you raised £100 million for, I don't know, earlobe cancer, you would only have to give like $5 million to scientists trying to stop earlobe cancer. You know, that kind of thing. The other 95 you can use on whatever. But yeah, I'm doing an actual video on that, so I'm just going to park that there, put a pin in that, and then, yes, let's carry on with the shopping. Found a Nimbus 2000. It's one of the newer kind of cheap brands. It was not the one that vibrates, which is very sought after, I hear, so I've been told. Oh, this place is interesting. It's Vision Foundation. And I don't know what they actually raised money for. I should do some research on that. But look, they had a ragman in, and they had dozens of bags there while I was there. These are the last 3. I was trying to get a peek in, but he was basically like taking them all, and I was just like, oh my god, London has ragmen too. I wonder how much he pays for all those bags, like per kilo, because they must have, it looks like there's about 15 to 20 kilos in there. I mean, if he pays like £50 a bag, that's still like considering what you could get in. Oh look, an APC jacket for 100 quid in a charity shop. And look, some Gucci for £140. It's gorgeous. The gorgeous shoes, really soft leather, gorgeous. But for 140, not. Okay, this is my favourite shop, the Trinity Royal Hospital, whatever it's called. This is the place where I got something special, and it's my first time finding it out in the wild, and it's my first time finding it at a decent price as well, because I've never seen it in the wild before. I think some other resellers just get there before me. It is a Margaret Howell. It's like a linen feel, kind of thin jumpery kind of cardigan, because it doesn't go all the way down properly with the buttons, but yeah, it was really good. These Jimmy Choos, didn't buy them, they were over £100, but they had some good stuff. But that Margaret Howell top, I was like, yes. And he said, oh, I think someone's made a mistake here, and I was like, yeah, probably. And he goes, oh, I'll just put it as a tenner. I was just like, ooh. Look, some gaddy pants for, I think they were 65. Very nice. So I've made it back to the hotel, and I finally got my room. Yeah, I put my luggage downstairs so that I'm not carrying it around with me all day. Yes, let's do a bit of a room tour. Really nice. Shower, no bath. Yeah, pretty standard double room, really. Yeah, pretty standard. Yeah, I opted for tried to get the most cheapest. I was going to go fancy. Then I was going to go fancy on a budget, but then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go cheap. Ready for it. This is my sexy view of London town. Oh no, look. Office blocks. I'm going to show you my haul, and then I'm going to get ready to go out to the show, but I'm going to have something to eat before. I don't know what I'm going to have to eat. I might just go to the Tesco around the corner. This is some of the stuff that we got. Bit of gooch for 28, very nice. Universal Works reduced to fit 25. That's all right, I'll take it. Bit pricey than I like, but some shuffle for 16.50. It's a really nice soft knit. And some Reese reduced to £5.50, top end of what I really pay, but it is a knit sweater. And some reduced Tory birch. Look at that. Thank you very much. Bit more of an American brand, I feel, but it still does all right. £13. And what's that? Couples, suede, large, beautiful. But it is £22.40. Right, a couple of weird brands now that I've never heard of. Professor Head, a British brand, but look at that. And funky. Do well on Depop. That's pure wool. This is probably the funniest one. It's scum. And it says on the tag, it says, the piece of clothing you lost your V in. God. This is called Honey fucking Dijon. And it says love sensation. I don't know why I got that. A bit of Zazone. Was £9, got a bit giddy. And this is probably the find of the day. It's my first Margaret Howell for £10. And I'm glad I got it for £10. Because the guy was, oh, somebody made a mistake there. And I was like, no, they haven't. It says £10. Anyway, I got it. It was fine. But that's not all. I've got more stuff. I got some J brand jeans for 11. Spoke trousers for 7. I've actually sold these before for 35, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I forgot to show this. It is £4.50. Arthur and Fox from Paris. I got these spray grounds. Look at that. It's only like a little bag, but it's one of those ones where it can be held in different ways, but it's pretty cool. I love it. It was £8.50, but I love it. And yeah, I did pay £10 for this tiny little bum bag thing. I think it's like a shouldery bag, like a pocket, if you know what I mean. Like it goes over while they're running or hiking. G1000, good Fjallraven kind of combo, but that's fine. I also got a Wentworth. I found a Wentworth. So all in all, I'm quite happy considering I got here about like 10 o'clock and I didn't get to the not Piccadilly, Notting Hill until I think it was like 10:30, sorry. Yeah, it was like 10:30. So I did like the mid-morning, then I had a break. I was like, because the first shop I went into, I dropped like 100 quid or like £92. I was like, oh my God, I just spent so much money. And it's not usually me. I don't usually find these brands. But yeah, they didn't stand a chance. Not today. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to get them. Now, I'm going to go have some tea because I'm hungry. Yeah. Living it large in London. I got a £1 pasta salad and a cheese roll.
I want this to be an inclusive environment. If you want to shout, you're allowed to shout. I get paid to shout for a living.
Well, I'm back at the hotel. And yeah, I had an amazing time at Ostentatious. It was really good. I couldn't film any of it because they had people like looking, but it was very funny. Yeah, and then I went to my usual cocktail bar that I go to, Cellar. It's a grubby little under the pavement kind of grotto, but they do the best aviations. And I had a few. But what happens at Cellar stays at Cellar. So anyway, yeah, it was good. They have like a live singer on a Monday and it's dead good. Anywho, I'm back and I'm going to have a shower. It's been an incredible day in London in terms of sourcing. I've only sold like about 4 things today. It's not been amazing. I've sourced great stuff. I've seen a show. I've been to a cocktail bar. And yes, I haven't been out to eat anywhere. I might do that tomorrow. I might have a fancy lunch because I've been eating like on the go. Yeah, so I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Night, night.